Good morning, Miss Sharon. Good morning, Miss Rona. It's a Saturday again. Ang bilis ng panahon. Parang kailan lang. We were in the same place.
Yeah.
Diba? Sabado na ulit.
Yes, it's another great Saturday morning to talk about weddings, talk about the new normal, and to chat with our newlyweds, or soon-to-be weds rather, about what are the changes and what are the new things that we can look forward to when it comes to your wedding.
Yes, kaya magandang umaga po to those that have already tuned in. Miss Rona,
Yes.
ang ating suki, si Napoleon Maranyon, has joined. Hello, Sir Naps.
Hi,
Thank
Sir
you for
Naps.
watching us every weekend. Rods, this is pang ilang nating broadcast to?
It might be our seventh, if I'm not mistaken.
Sixth, oo.
Sixth ba? I thought seventh
Six
nga
na natin. Parang 6 or 7 yan. Pero tamang-tama because di ba when we started the broadcast, we started by interviewing a couple that got married during ECQ.
Yes.
Okay. And ngayong umaga, we're excited na i-share sa inyo yung episode talaga, yung broadcast namin ngayon because we have another couple also. And they got married GCQ. Okay, so tama, GCQ na. So lumipas na ang isang season. So we're excited to be able to talk to them para ma-share nila ano yung experience nila. Para for those na couples na malapit ng ikasal or may plans of getting married, ready na yung mga papeles, meron kayong idea or you get inspired by their story. Kasi hindi pa naman nililift ang ating GCQ.
Yeah.
So we have them on board. So we're really excited to have them. And then aside from them, we also have yung pillars, talagang pillars. Ang mga pillars ng wedding industry. Because these people have already experienced, Rona, yung iba't ibang klaseng events. So they've handled the most intimate weddings and the grandest weddings. So we'd like to also hear from them and learn some things na pwede natin i-apply now in the new normal. We keep saying new normal, pero parang give it some more time, hindi na siya new normal. It's really normal already. Normal na lang siya. While there's the pandemic na, we don't know kung hanggang kailan. So that's the objective of this show. Sa lahat ng mga nakikinig na soon to get married, soon to weds, it's really to inspire you despite the prevailing situation. It's really to inspire you and to help you plan your wedding during COVID times. And ang point lang po namin really is to for all of us to realize that in the end, love wins. Kaya tuloy ang kasal. Sige. Rose, pakilala mo na yung couple natin.
Yeah, so I'm so happy to invite this morning my friends, Alvin and Trisha Sy. They actually got married, I think 2 weeks ago, if I'm not mistaken, while we were doing a broadcast. So I couldn't join their wedding, their Zoom wedding. But they'll tell us a bit about their journey and what their original plans were. And then, of course, how they were able to pull off their wedding, I think about 2 months later than their initial plans. Because they were supposed to get married in March, but they got married in May, I think.
So hindi pala yun yung original date. So ang nagkataon, it was the ECQ dates pala ang wedding.
It was. So they had to wait it out. So we'll ask them, and we hope that if you are getting married or pinag-iisipan nyo pa lang to get married and you have questions, paano ginawa, now is the best time for you to send us your questions here on Facebook or YouTube, and we will ask Alvin and Trisha their thoughts since they went through it firsthand. So let's please welcome Mr. and Mrs. Nax, Alvin and
Trisha.
Yes.
Hello. Good morning.
Hello, good morning, Alvin and Trisha, Mr. and Mrs. Sy.
Sarap na po.
Ang ganda ng ngiti nila, Rons. Talagang newlyweds, no?
Yes.
You can see the glow.
Nagbabago ba?
Very good ka, Alvin.
Very good ka. Masaya sila. Ang ganda ng ngiti nila. That's good. That's good.
Yes.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Diba your wedding, which of course ako I know, but our guests this morning they might not know. Your original wedding was March in Sofitel, tama?
Yes.
Yes.
So our wedding was already planned and prepared kasi it was March. It was supposedly March 14.
Oh.
So and it was right before the lockdown.
Right.
We decided to postpone it March 12.
Yes.
2 days before when the government announced that an enhanced community quarantine will be implemented. Tapos Metro Manila will be on lockdown.
Yes.
So it was it was very talaga yung date na yun, parang ang gulo-gulo lang.
And I'm part of the Facebook group of their wedding invite. So talagang that week, there was a lot of updates. Because it was, we will push through and then, okay, no, we're not pushing through.
Yeah.
Please pray with us. But how did you feel when you finally decided na, sige, postpone muna natin. And when you postponed, you had no plans right away, di ba? Na what am I gonna do? It was just literally postpone and then, I don't know.
At first when yung hindi pa namin na-postpone, there's so many things going on in our mind. Kasi yun nga, first is that most of our family are coming from the provinces. So since they will be going to Manila and there's gonna be an announcement na there's gonna be a lockdown, so dami namin iisip. Yung first is of course yung health nila.
Yes.
The pandemic or the COVID was really new for everyone. We don't know kung gaano siya kabilis mag-spread. So there's so many things that concern kami. Also, baka pag natuloy sila, one of the things that we are considering was if we will push through with the wedding, pag natuloy naman sila pumunta Manila, they might not be able to go out. Kasi to go back sa provinces nila. So there's so many things talaga. Ang gulo na naisip namin na should we just push through with it? Should we not? So I think what we did was to just really back off muna. Let's just be quiet. Let's try to quiet our mind. And let's really try to internalize what's going on. And to see ano ba talaga yung impact sa amin. Will be ng if we will cancel it or if we will push through with it. And whatever decision we're gonna make, parang what we're trying to really understand is that will we be able to accept it, whatever decision we're gonna make.
So what made you #tuloy ang kasal? What made you decide na, sige na, okay, parang naramdaman na natin na ito pala, it's not gonna go away. Kasi diba when it began, you were like, maybe for the first few months, parang ganito, magulo, and then maybe by June, okay na, ganyan. And then slowly, everybody started to realize, no.
Yes. I think the mindset ng mga tao that time, pag natapos ang lockdown, which was originally for 2 weeks lang, pag natapos yung 2 weeks, we can all go back.
Yeah.
Diba? So, diba? So, nung natapos yung 2 weeks, or at what point did you realize na, mukha atang matagal pa to? And then what made you finally realize na, sige, #tuloy ang kasal.
Yeah.
Actually, we waited for 3 months. Sobrang it was our
roller coaster
emotional 3 months for us. Marami, like me personally, marami akong pinagdaanan, marami akong iniyak, at daming reasons because one, my dream wedding of having a garden ceremony, I wanted it to be a summer, complete family members and friends to celebrate with. Tapos, aside from that, parang almost paid na everything. So parang nag-aantay ka na lang, you're just waiting for that day. Tapos, yung it was the feeling of really uncertainty. Yung you don't know until when. It became very real after the ECQ, the 2 weeks after. Yung parang, kailan na, you really don't know how to plan it again. Yung wala nang, oh no, Di ko na talaga alam to, ganon.
So during that time, yun nga, di ba, all of us are in ECQ na. So that time, we were still trying to plan ahead. Especially Trisha, she's been reading so many things about how to plan na for the wedding and everything, and what to do with the suppliers. Ganyan. So, pero it gives us so much, it drags us emotionally. And kasi
Mas nakaka-confuse, di ba?
kasi we don't know what's gonna happen. So parang we're planning ahead, but we don't know how long should we really plan. What are the right time? What are the right steps to for us to do? So anyway, so to fast forward lang, we decided na let's not plan muna. Let's really look at how we're going, how the government is dealing with the current situation. Ano yung mga guidelines nila when it comes to GCQ, what's gonna happen next if it's
ECQ.
MECQ, GCQ, those kind of things. So we did not plan kasi we also asked those people sa amin, especially yung mga friends namin sa church, mga ninong namin, na they encourage us to wag muna kayo magplano, may stress lang kayo. So yan, so we did not plan, and then siguro that's around May, last week of May na. Kasi so parang naramdaman na namin, di ba, we turned to MECQ na.
Yes.
So we're trying to try to see na by June, most probably we will have a GCQ na. So we're also doing a little bit of research talaga kung ano yung mga plans ba ng government. So yan. So but that week kasi, last week of May, medyo dun na yung sobrang struggle na when it comes to preparation. Parang ang ano na namin, 'di ba? So si Trisha, she had this dream wedding. And for her, so sabi ko, darating na yung June, so there's possibility na by June 1, that's gonna be GCQ na. So, but the thing there is, before June 1, yung heart namin di pa settled kung are we going to push through with a wedding sa June? Or should we wait 1 year from now para lang, yung the dream wedding that we want,
Right.
is to, we will still have that. Yung garden, with our friends and family. So that time, I think you want to share more about your emotion that time.
Yung deciding lang whether to push through with the quarantine wedding or waiting was until this was over was very hard. Kasi yung lahat, if I decide, parang feeling ko lang na yung dream ko, I would not be able to push through with all the things that I have planned.
Right.
Tapos, my family is not there, ganyan. But if you will both wait until next year, yung feeling of uncertainty, nandyan ulit, yung hindi mo ma-schedule it, afraid that it will be moved again, or
hindi mo alam kung tapos na yung pandemic by the time.
Exactly.
Or ready na ba kami? Ready naman na kami. Parang we wanted really to get married na, pero it's just di lang namin alam yung timeline. So yon, tapos we really talked about it. We really sat down. We even prayed about it. And Alvin really reminded me that whatever our decision will be, we have to deal it with our hearts. Whether we get married this June or next year, we have to really parang i-accept natin that this would be our wedding, and we will make the best of it because we will make the best memories. We will enjoy this. We will be reminded na ito talaga, this is what the date that God has given us to get married. So yon. And then when
you decided, and then when did you plan or parang how far, how many weeks, days before?
End of May na yun eh.
I think, so kasi when I asked Trisha to really pray about it, kasi sabi ko sa kanya, if we will get married by June 1, or by June, gusto ko yung same emotion niya sa dream wedding niya will be the same.
Yeah.
Kahit na konting tao lang yan. Kasi I know it's gonna be few people, pero yung same emotion mo na it's still your wedding day, your dream wedding day, yun yung kailangan mo i-prepare, ipag-pray mo, sabi sa. So I
Parang
think,
you're not settling. Parang hindi yung parang ito
Yeah.
yung ko, pero
Hindi siya parang sige na nga.
right.
Yes,
Oo.
tama,
Yun,
tama.
galing lang because before June 1 actually, that's Monday, June 1.
June 1.
Yun, we talk about it again. Sabi ni Trisha, I think I'm able to accept it naman na, and she also have, ikaw, tell more about that.
Actually, parang sabi ko nga, parang I became so concerned with the looks, with everything that I have planned. Yung parang nandun lang yung mind ko sa picture of what our date was supposed to be. Pero God just reminded me na it's not that. It's the marriage that's much more important. It's just being, it's both of you. That's very important. So, fast
So
forward.
pagdating ng June 1, so
Yun.
naghihintay talaga kami June 1, so sabi ng government, okay, GCQ.
Mm.
Pagdating ng actually before June 1, Sunday, kasi Monday, no? So Saturday, Sunday, we've been talking to people na our pastor, officiating pastor, na sabi, in advance na namin, if it's gonna be GCQ, pastor, we're gonna
Game na
push
to.
Tuloy na ang kasal.
Naghanap kami ng mga possible locations din. Yeah. So our pastor was helpful naman sa amin to give suggestion kung saan tayo pwedeng ikasal. So kasi pag sa bahay di naman kasya yung 10 guests kasi that time if it's gonna be GCQ there's gonna be 10 people. So yan, sinuggest ng pastor namin is sa every nation. Yeah.
Yes,
So-
we actually have photos of your wedding, no? And I just want to share that, I guess because their wedding was scheduled in March, the day before the lockdown, syempre everything was prepared. They had their gowns ready. Their bridesmaid had gowns already. So even if they were in like an office building, I think we'll share some of the photos in a bit. They were in the bridesmaids were in their entourage gowns, diba? So it was so nice to see. It was syempre ngayon the difference was they were all in masks.
Actually, sabi namin, let's wear the best that we have. What we have prepared for, let's do it. So parang gano'n. So parang we only planned it for a week actually. So
you were able to use the gowns. Diba?
Yes.
Kasi napagawa na yon. Ayan, ang ganda naka-motive sila.
Diba? The other weddings we've seen kasi na nakapagtuloy, they were not everybody had their entourage gowns, no? So this is the first for me at least that I've seen na talagang everyone was nakatrahe de boda, tama ba?
Nakabihis sila. Because I think Rona, the first couple that we interviewed, the very first time na ECQ wedding, sila lang. Talagang sila lang, diba?
Yes.
At hindi niya na sinuot yung gown niya. She just wore a white dress. So this is the first time na may kasama tayo nakikita na entourage for that. So kasi yun yung tanong ko. From the original, because tapos na nga yun ng March, diba? From the original suppliers that you have booked, alin doon yung nagamit nyo on the actual date? So the gowns, definitely.
Yes. It's the gown.
The hair and makeup, nagamit ba? A supplier. I would suppose hindi na sa cater, no? Kasi dapat Sofitel. So sila yung... Okay. So ang question namin, especially for those who are in the same situation you were in a few weeks back or a couple of months ago, how difficult was it, or ano yung naging process nyo talking to your suppliers, given that you're practically done when the pandemic happened and you're just waiting for your wedding date? Ang ganda ang ganda ng mask.
Yung when actually we contacted our suppliers, yung mga essential lang that we think, kasi most our wedding we DIY'd everything for this quarantine. What we did is we contacted yung mga essentials that we think. One is the cake, my makeup, and the flowers. Kasi 10 lang naman kami and then the reception is at our place na lang. So, actually nangyari, parang yung 3 days before ko lang sila actually kinontak kasi parang na-finalize the date, the time, that it would really push to June 6 ng June 3. So they were really really helpful. I'd like to thank all of them. Na talagang they answered right away. They were really helpful. You know, the suppliers will really help you because you have built yung relationship mo na with them. So with our cake, so they were able to provide us instead of a 3-tier, naging single layer siya. So it's medyo mas simple pero they really did it excellently. The flowers, they delivered it a day before, on that day exactly. And then the makeup, yun. So we talked about sanitation, we talked about all the guidelines. Tapos parang it was me lang who was in the room. Tapos dalawa lang talaga kami. And then after that, that's when my siblings came. So yung mga kapatid ko, they did their own makeup. So ako lang talaga yung nagpa-makeup. So it's quite different, pero at least we were able to contact them. And then our other suppliers.
For other suppliers naman, we
celebration.
decided to have it open book. Since we understand their situation, at the same time we understand what's going on. All of us are in the same boat, kumbaga, with this pandemic. So what we've decided is that we'll have an open book schedule with them, and at the same time, maybe a year from now, we're gonna have a celebration with family and friends about the wedding. If not, first birthday ng anak.
Sabay na, di ba? Sabay na, di ba? The dedication, the birthday.
I think
sabay
that's gonna
na, di
happen
ba?
for a lot. Yeah. And they had an interesting thing for their wedding because syempre Zoom became normal and natural. So Alvin and Trisha hosted a Zoom wedding, but what was different was you had your photo booth, di ba?
Yes.
Yung photo booth sa Zoom. I don't know if you saw that picture earlier, no? The one with them in masks. It had like a border because all their guests, tama ba? They have organized on Zoom having souvenir photo with their photo booth supplier. Is that true?
So yun yung photo booth supplier na nag-onboard siya for this wedding.
Yes, part of the Zoom. Yung photo booth supplier.
Parang you send how did you do it? You send your photo watching you guys, tama ba? Or
yes,
how did you get there?
actually the initial was yung parang they can take a picture of themselves, yung how they prepare or whatever picture they want to share to us. We're gonna have it
Frame.
Yes.
Ayan. So yan yung may souvenir sila.
Meron yung yung iba sa taas naka-formal, sa baba naka-shorts, may ganun.
Yeah.
Nanonood na siya ngayon.
So some of the guests dressed up kahit pa paano. Diba?
Yeah.
Dressed up.
Some of our also dressed up.
Yes.
I have a question for Trisha. Kasi di ba, Trisha, I think kanina, correct me kung mali ako, but I think it was really it was really your comfort level, di ba? Parang, tama ba, Alvin, ang sense ko, parang, kay malaki, kay maliit, kay garden, kay hindi, game, just let me know. I think that was your stand doon sa the entire process, no. But I realize it can be really I don't know, walang exact word to describe what you went through. And when you were saying that, para ako I can relate a bit because we had a big event. Themes and Motives had a big event and we were already done. Hinihintay na lang namin na the day itself. So we spent already for advertising, all the posters are out, etc. And then the cases started increasing, diba? And we had no choice but really to postpone. Kaya when you said na postpone, but after a while you realize na, hindi to simply postponement. It looks like it's gonna drag on, diba? So somehow I get the feeling yung hindi mo siya ma-explain if you're upset or are you grieving or whatever, diba? But Trisha, when you finally decided that, okay, kakasal tayo, did you feel parang sayang, or did it seem less special as that garden wedding that you've always dreamed of?
Nung una, yes. Parang ganun yung una ko naramdaman. And then, when I said talaga finally na let's do it.
Yes.
Actually, nawala siya.
Yeah. I think before we decided really no June 1, yung our conversation to really deal with in our heart na this wedding that we will have is still the same even if it's big or small. So
yeah.
Yun yung na-deal namin yung sa'yo.
Nawala siya talaga. I mean, I became really, really excited. I became na talagang sabi ko nga, it was so special because when we decided na let's do it, I was so excited. Kahit na there are hiccups along the way, kahit na parang, uy, teka lang, yung date mo, baka hindi sure, ganyan. Magre-reserve pa tayo, ganyan. I was just at peace na parang okay lang kahit ma-move ulit. Parang I'm just so excited kahit may hiccups, okay lang what we can push through with it, ano yung kaya, ano yung hindi. Parang it's easier for me to accept na. Kasi parang nasettle ko na siya, okay, we will do it now. We will do it this month. And we will be excited with it, whatever it is, and we'll make it very special for the two of us. So yun yung naging decision namin. And it wasn't my decision only. It wasn't his decision lang. Parang naging united kami with that. And sobrang naging exciting siya sa amin. So yun.
Yeah. If can we ask you, like, if you are going to talk to somebody who's in the same situation, a couple, still trying to figure out will they do it or not, di ba? Ano ang pwede niyong i-advise sa kanila? Maybe you can share some tips so that they will be inspired and somehow makatulong na for them to finally decide to either wait or tuloy na nila ang kasal nila.
So I think first is especially sa ating guys ha.
Baka may mga guys na nanonood.
Guys dyan. Tayo, we need to be sold.
na nila sa groom to be nila to.
Message siya guys.
Yung groom to be niya guys tayo, we need to be sold out with our emotion and our decision. So like for me, kasi kaya ako sinabi kaya medyo I'm the first one who accepted na okay lang if it's gonna be small or big because I've decided na papakasalan ko pa rin siya. Ngayon, that's first, syempre, kasi wala namang pinagbago eh. Hindi naman it's not the time, it's not the place, but it's really, papakasalan ko siya. And yung just being firm to that decision na hindi siya, it doesn't matter if it's may iba man yung plano or not, but really deciding na I'm going to marry you. I think, kailangan maramdaman yun nung fiancé nyo that you're really sold out with your decision. Yung dun nila dun nila feeling ko, dun nila makikita talaga and how you're gonna be leading them as well.
Right.
So, syempre emotion yan, ups and downs eh. We need to accept, first we need to also, as guy, we need to accept that emotion. Those are valid emotions eh. But you need to help, both of you need to deal with that emotion and really see and deal with it kung paano natin to lalagpasan, not just as individual but together.
Together, right.
Together.
Yeah.
Ikaw.
For the ladies naman, siguro what I can encourage is acknowledge your feelings. It's okay to cry. It's okay to be emotional at first. Second is learn to accept that we are not in control, that times have changed. May new normal na tayo. And move on with your planning. Be excited with your planning. Kung gusto niyo ituloy yung kasal, tuloy niyo yung kasal. Either you do an intimate wedding now or wait. Identify really what is important for both of you. And your date will really be special. And it would be something that you would remember.
And also, siguro lastly, let's not invest sa wedding talaga. So, we should invest more sa marriage.
Marriage.
During the preparation pa lang, during the how you guys decided, that's investment already sa marriage na. So it's not really the wedding that you're gonna prepare, but it's the lifetime marriage.
The marriage, right. Thank you, Alvin and Trisha.
Pero Alvin, hindi naman literal yun na no? Na wag mag-invest sa wedding.
I
Mawawalan
mean,
ka ng
man.
trabaho.
I mean more of the
Hospital siya initially, diba? So,
mag-invest pa rin.
Parang you just know what is more important.
Yes, oo.
You can have a beautiful celebration, but the marriage is always more important than the wedding that you're going to have. Tama ba?
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
It's
so nice to hear that.
Oo. Naiyak ako. Di ba? Oo. Di ba, Ron, remember, we interviewed a photographer, di ba, sabi niya, na they're starting to get yung clients nila that finally decided na ikasal na sila. Kasi they don't want to, kasi ang intention nila why they want to get married is they want to spend their lives together.
Yes.
And yung mga clients nila na nagpapakasal na ngayon, they don't want to put their lives on hold.
Yes.
Kasi yun naman yung objective, di ba? So if darating yung time that they can have a bigger celebration, they would. But now, they just want to push through with the wedding. So, yun, hearing you guys say that, di ba? But it's comforting to know na despite of yung mga hindi masyadong magagandang nangyayari ngayon around us, there's really a lot of hope and love, di ba? Kaya nga love wins. Yun lang, just don't lose focus siguro of what's really important, which is the marriage, di ba? Na dun mas malaki yung investment. Di ba? Parang naiyak.
For a while, di ba? Parang, yes, the marriage is more important.
Oo.
Yes, di ba? Yeah, parang ano lang talaga siya. So thank you, Alvin and Trisha, for sharing your Saturday morning and for joining us and showing us how love really wins.
Yes, so thank you for sharing your experience, and I'm sure meron mga na-inspire those who are still doubting, diba? It means a lot that you joined us this morning to share your experience and also to help uplift yung spirits nung mga couple na tulad niyo once upon a time na medyo confused, hurt, upset, diba? Kasi tignan niyo naman sila ngayon, diba? Ang ganda-ganda ng ngiti nila.
Yes. And I was gonna say, I haven't spoken to a couple who decided to push through with their wedding, and nobody has ever said na dapat pala I waited. All of them across the board will say, I'm so happy that we went through with it, we pushed through with it, we got married. So if you're waiting to get married, if you're still not decided, tuloy ang kasal, friends.
Yeah, tingnan niyo yung mga smile on their faces.
Yes.
Diba? That is proof that love wins.
Yes.
Thanks so much, Alvin and Trisha.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
So we have another guest. Actually, we have 3 more guests this morning.
Yes,
Kaya,
ito naman supplier side.
Yeah, so if you have questions when it comes to catering, wedding planning, or event styling, kasi we've been saying since last week, no, na ingress and the preparations will really be changing and shifting in this new normal. Kasi di ba before Miss Sharon, sanay tayo na when the wedding happens, yes, everybody just swarms into the event venue, does their own thing, and then pag showtime, labas. But it looks like it's not gonna be the case anymore for any event, actually.
Oo. I think kasi ngayon, because there's no known cure yet, di ba, na 100% cure siya for COVID, at dine-develop pa rin yung vaccine, and we don't know how effective that will be. We really have to just follow yung health protocols for everyone's safety. But that doesn't mean that we will all put our lives on hold, di ba, na hindi mo na isi-celebrate yung mga milestones. So, dahil ngayon lang naman nangyari ang pandemic in our lifetime, so it's really changing every time, nagbabago, even yung World Health, nagbabago rin yung protocols nila. So now we will be talking to the suppliers this morning kasi as of this date, ano yung mga protocols na ino-observe and how it is still possible for you to have that beautiful Instagrammable wedding na gusto mo. Hindi dahil pandemic, ibig sabihin wala na. Tingnan niyo yung wedding kanina. Ang ganda, di ba? Ang ganda ng mask. May photo booth pa sila. But Ross, before I call on yung next guest natin, gusto ko lang, there's somebody na nag-comment sa Facebook natin, Pastor Jaime Maing. He's a minister and he's been officiating weddings for 34 years na. Wow. And he agrees, sabi niya, I see the possibility of wedding ceremony and celebration during the COVID-19 pandemic. Sabi niya, so pwede daw ang virtual ceremony and celebration, just follow the protocol. Yun. So sabi niya, suggested ideas lang. So maraming salamat po Pastor Jaime May for that input. You can read yung complete, medyo mahaba po yung kanyang suggestions, but you can read it sa Facebook page po ng Themes and Motives. Sige, so I'll call on the next guest. Ano to, Rons? Pillar talaga ng wedding, one of the pillars of the wedding industry because yung catering nila, it started in the 90s. But nakakatuwa to kasi ano rin to husband and wife team yung catering business nila. And it really started small. Kasi parang backyard industry siya, backyard business siya until they grew. And now, 'di ba, from that small parang backyard operation, nakakapag-cater sila. Yung capacity nila, yung number of seats per day, kaya nila hanggang 30,000 packs. Siyempre hindi naman siguro isang kasal yun. Or isang function. Diba? So iba-iba, kaya nila. Yun yung capacity nila. So, they do, well, primarily, they do weddings, of course, yung debut, mga social events, but they do also a lot of corporate events. And, parang feeling siguro mga tao, so, di ba, 30,000 ang capacity, ano naman ng connection yan ngayon? Dahil napaka-intimate na ngayon. But ang maganda kasi dito sa company to, and I think, sabi nga ni Alvin and Trisha, no, that suppliers can really be helpful. So talk to your suppliers. Ganito po ha, wag literal na talk. Online, you can have a Zoom meeting. Talk to them so that they can customize for you kung ano yung needs ninyo. And this caterer can do it for you. So, daldal na ako ng daldal, hayaan ko sila ang magkwento. I'd like to call in si Judith Verzosa. Mas kilala siya na Jet, Tita Jet in the wedding industry of Josiah's Catering. Hello, Jet. Good morning.
Hello. Good morning. Thank you for having me here.
Yan. Kamusta ka, Jet? Kwento mo naman sa amin ano yung mga ginagawa na ng Josiah's Catering ngayon to address yung mga medyo nag-scale down na weddings kasi di ba mas konti yung guest for now.
Yes. So, ngayon, mula nung nag-lockdown tayo, of course, hindi naman tayo pwedeng titigil because life must go on, sabi nga natin, and while waiting, we have to be productive also. So, actually, nag-open kami ng online deliveries. No, ngayon, ang ginagawa, online deliveries and food deliveries online. And then, yun muna yung ginagawa natin for now.
Meron po ba kayong upcoming wedding or nakapaggawa po ba kayo ng wedding nung quarantine? Hindi pa po.
Actually, naglahat ng couple namin for nung March, April, May until June, yung iba nag-move. And actually, it's good na ang mga nagka-cancel, iilan pa lang, pero nag-move sila. So wala pa kaming nagagawang mga wedding for now.
Jet, you have this, syempre alam ko kasi we were supposed to have our own celebration because my only daughter, finally, but you know, she graduated from college and her graduation was supposed to be May 30 and we were like, parang sige, hintay natin, baka it becomes better, we can invite more people. But hindi we don't know when that will be. So, I discovered, Tita Jet, meron kayong celebrations by Josiah's. And that's how we celebrated her birthday, her graduation. So may mga nagbo-book ba sa'yo with that package, yung celebrations by
Yeah,
Josiah.
yeah, may mga nag-order ng normally instead na like nung last Saturday we had uh, uh, an order, no, medyo marami siyang in order. It's a birthday celebration nung anak niya, 7th birthday, I think. I think dapat marami ang guest niya, 500. But they did it sa bahay nila. So they ordered just food celebration by Josiah. So kaya nga nag-create kami ng celebrations trays for like mga small wedding. Sabi nga natin, love must go on, wedding must go on. Pwede naman gawin natin yan. So they can do it sa bahay, no? Yung mga nag-civil wedding or church wedding and then they celebrate at their house. Pwede nilang i-order yung celebration trays natin.
Jeff, is this the same menu as kunyari yung regular catering ninyo na ginawa
Yes.
yung party tray?
Yes. We picked our best sellers in the packages that we are offering sa ating wedding package, no, sa mga couple. And then ginawa natin siyang small scale, parang instead of, kasi dun sa package nasa 150, a minimum of 150 or 100 ang ating ano. Ngayon ini-scale natin ng good for 5, good for 10. Yan, minimum of 5 tayo. Yan.
So may minimum of 5 packs.
Minimum per tray, minimum of 5 packs per tray ang ating starting ng pwede silang mag-order. Kasi
And
since ang celebration
nag-order.
kasi ang ating allowed lang natin is 10 packs lang, di ba, to celebrate. So normally yun ang ginawa namin for intimate celebration.
Yes.
Jeff, I have a question which we normally ask the other suppliers. Kasi ngayon, since nga wala namang naka-experience nito in our lifetime, wala talagang, para all of us are learning how to navigate through this pandemic. And us in the events industry, we're also learning new things every time. So isa sa mga well, this is our 6th or 7th broadcast, isa sa paulit-ulit na ano namin is, yes, 10 lang ngayon for now. It's GCQ. Maybe pag modified GCQ, 25 lang i-allow nila. So, pwede bang i-consider yung parang multi-site, multiple venues? Kunwari, I was thinking originally, because I wanted a party, kasi nga, milestone, nag-iisang daughter, di ba? At I was thinking of hosting a party for her. But I know that's not possible now. So ang iniisip ko is to have a party here, kung sino yung mga kasama ko sa bahay, because 3 months na kami magkakasama, so sigurado ako doon. But I would also like to have that Zoom party, but I want to take it further. Ayokong nanonood lang sila. So I want to send like a small food package to the guest, no? Yung closest friends niya, I'm looking at around siguro 50 of her friends na she wants to spend the day with. So we'll do that party. Is it possible for a caterer to help us do that? Para sabi ko, Jet, pwede bang mag-order ako for 50 guests, pero kailangan kong mag-deliver ng good for 5 doon sa bahay ng ganito. And then can you do a little nice setup for them? Is that something that Josiah is looking at or open to doing?
Yeah. Actually, at this point, no, we have to be creative in doing things, no, in doing to have both ways. Makakatulong tayo sa gusto mag-celebrate sa ating client at also sa amin. Actually, we are doing it now. May ginagawa meron kaming client ngayon. Naka-twice na siya nag-order sa amin. He's ordering mga 6 sets of 5. Pinamimigay niya sa kapatid niya. May celebration sila, siguro birthday niya or 2 beses na yan So, tigpa 5. Same food, pinapadeliver iba-ibang address.
Yeah.
This time, kung pwedeng celebration, they want to do a setup. Like we have also, gagawin namin siya, I think early July. Small, parang nag-order siya ng food, but ayaw niya ng mga paper plates or something. He wants to set up. Sabi, okay, sige, we will lend you the gamit, the kitchen tables. Bahala na sir, we'll deliver. And then they'll just pay us. the delivery and for the gamit, for magdi-deposit lang sila. Parang ganon. Kasi ngayon, we have to be creative in order na one way thing for the government, kung ano yung implementation talaga no after June, kung ano nang magiging future natin for these events, no. And we have to be creative also in doing things na tama. No, of course, ang concern pa rin natin is the safety ng lahat. No, in doing this, we can still naman do by being creative.
So posible. I mean, coming from you, Josiah's Catering na nakapag-handle na ng mga iba't ibang klaseng event, maliit, malaki, sobrang engande. Posible. There's a way to navigate through this pandemic kung gusto mo magkaroon ng celebration.
Yeah. Well,
Actually, Sharon, nag-start naman tayo before, di ba? 90s, sabi nga, maliliit lang ang mga events natin eh. It's grew lang talaga yung mga yung mga extravagant wedding ngayon na nga lang yun. Pero before we started, where to meet before eh. Parang binabalik lang tayo sa basic ngayon. Go back to basic tayo. Small events, intimate celebration, mas napifeel nila, you know. So, I think possible yan. I think pwede possible basta lang meron tayong coordination.
Oo. At i-observe lang talaga yung protocols para to make sure na you know, we don't also spread naman the virus.
Yes, of course. Kasi safety naman ang still ang priority natin is the safety ng lahat. No? So yeah, we have to also be careful.
Diba? Then, syempre, Rona, tumatango ako in the 90s, diba? Dead giveaway yan, ilang taon ako.
Hindi ko na lang sasabihin kung ilang taon.
Hindi na lang sasabihin.
Diba? In the 90s, umuo ako ganon.
No, but even now, these days, you know, I've been seeing, syempre nga, as we're saying, no, everybody's trying to figure out how to move forward and move on with our lives and with our livelihood. And now naman, what I've been seeing is yung mga press events. Yan, di ba before, what they would do is everybody's invited to one venue, and then of course it's catered, and then whoever will come and speak and present will be there. But now, I've seen many press events are taking place, of course, online, virtually via Zoom. But what the hosts do is they send food to all the people who are invited to that event. So it's actually in a way nga, parang I was thinking, wow, no, it took us all this time to realize na pwede pala yun. So now, for example, there are press events where K-drama stars, can you believe that K-drama stars guest in a Zoom press event kasi anyway, it's the same time zone, di ba? And then pinapadalhan na lang sila ng catered food. If you are part of the media, part of the briefing. So all these, so the multi-site concept, I think really works, or it can really work as long as you have the right people working with you.
Yes. Tama.
Again, we also go back, Rona, na what we've been hearing and what we've learned all throughout this journey naman natin dito sa ating Love Wins series. It all boils down to your team of suppliers.
Yes.
I think now more than ever, you really have to work with reliable suppliers kasi hindi lang yung external and the visual aspect kailangan bantayan. So you really need one na like sila Tita Jet, Josiah's Catering. Sabi nga natin lahat na klaseng size ng event.
Yes.
na pagdaanan nila. Oo. So it really boils down to the suppliers. That's why, again, our earlier guests, si Alvin and si Trisha, they were saying, talk to your suppliers because most of us, if not all, would really be willing to help you sort out your plans.
Yes.
Actually excited nga. I mean, I don't think I've ever talked to a supplier at this time na parang ayaw or we're really looking forward because again, remember when RJ was on board, sabi niya more than because it's our source of livelihood, it's really our passion.
Yes.
It's our passion to serve, it's our passion to put events together. So, talk to the suppliers, talk to your suppliers, find out how they can help you come up with the once in a lifetime, one of a kind wedding na dinidream mo. Maybe not
Yes.
exactly how you dreamed it to be.
But still definitely beautiful, still meaningful, and
Yes.
still memorable.
Tama.
I think, actually, yung memorable talagang hindi na
Yes.
matatanggal yan, no? Kung you
Oo.
get in quarantine, memorable
Oo,
talaga yung kasal mo.
Wala na magiging mas memorable pa.
Wala
Sa time
na.
na nagpakasal ka na may pandemic, di ba? At naka-face mask ka at
Yes.
mga bisita mo.
And with the like, syempre, of Miss Jet, no, and Josiah's Catering, because they've had so much experience in this industry, and they know how to do everything, talagang with their eyes closed, it's easier for them to come up with creative solutions to our concerns.
Yeah.
Kasi sometimes,
Yes,
we just want or parang we're afraid to ask. But actually, as Alvin and Trisha have mentioned, our suppliers, especially the most seasoned ones like sila Miss Jet, they're so willing to find a solution that works for you. Diba?
Yeah.
And that's
true.
really
Actually, totoo ba? Yeah. Kasi if you sabi nga ni Sharon, we are doing it for ilang taon na, no? 30 years na natin ginagawa yan. Mostly talagang yun ang passion natin. More than business mo siya, kundi passion mo yan eh. So really, you have to come up with something na talagang you can help the client to. Ang gusto natin talaga rito, mabigay yung desire nila to have a intimate, parang celebration na talagang memorable sa kanila, no? So very important yon to have the set of suppliers that you're getting.
Kasi parang Jet, di ba? Ang mga wedding suppliers, parang bangko lang yan. We find
Yes,
ways.
oo.
Yes!
We don't say no agad.
We find ways.
Yes.
Diba? Hindi ko na babanggitin ano yung bangkong yon.
Yes.
Pag-sponsor na natin sila. Babanggitin
Yes,
natin sila.
Plus, we also have ways.
Actually,
So the suppliers will find ways for you. Yet,
Yeah.
if they want to get in touch with you, saan pwede nila kayong kontakin? Maliban sa kasali ang Josiah's Catering sa online bridal fair ng Teams and Motives. Love with
Yeah.
Tuloy ang kasal. So, nasa marketplace. Pero if they need to get in touch with Josiah, saan, Jet?
they can contact, we have yung aming, kasi yung cellphone, 0917-574-0010.
Ayan. So, just call and text. Josiah's Catering will find ways for you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Actually, moving forward dun sa natin, it's good, no? Nagpi-prepare din naman tayo na after June 30, no, what comes next? May preparation tayo na, of course, and we are preparing for na mas magiging open na, mabigyan na tayo ng permit to really do the actual event, no? And of course, basta ready na yung mga
Naghang.
Si Miss Jet. Oo, sabay pa tayo. We actually have a question on Facebook. I think Paul Andrew Marcos is asking about being a host and an MC. Kung will they be allowed? Ayan, is Miss Jet back? So Paul is asking if hosts will be allowed. And I think as RJ pointed out a couple of broadcasts ago, is that hosts will actually be very important especially when there's more blended events. Now, when there's an event that's you're physically present, but also online. So thank you for your question, Paul.
Si Paul,
Thank
or
you, Ms.
Rona, kapag pag nag-open up na yung mga hotels and you get the function rooms,
Yes.
multi-venue ka. So siguro the MC can go from one function room to another, and it's also blended kasi isi-stream din nila yung
Yes.
celebration. Yun, I think definitely there's a way to have an MC in
I think
a program. Oo. And naka-pipeline yan sa namin ni Miss Rona that after this we will go into the details of yung planning, how do you go about the hair and makeup, yung gown mo, and how do you do your program, ano na ba ang program na ang pwedeng gawin ngayon. So those are in the pipeline, and for those of you who have suggested topics or you have questions on a particular item sa pagpe-prepare ng wedding and other special celebrations, please send us an email so that we can plan about it and we can have it in our show. But we can look for the right suppliers na sasagot po ng tanong ninyo.
yes.
Maraming salamat, Miss Jet.
Thank you, Miss.
Mukhang nawala. Thank you for spending your morning with us. At maraming insight po si Tita Jet kasi nga po 30 years of experience, catering experience. So tawagan niyo lang po sila or visit them at the Love Wins, Tuloy ang Kasal, the Bridal Marketplace, www.themesandmotives.com. Ayan po, yung nasa ilalim na yung banner, just go to that website. Now, ang next natin, Rona, sabi niya para daw siyang Boy Scout. Kasi talagang Boy Scout nung nag-research ako kasi nung sumagot siya, kompleto talaga. Pero when I research, syempre kailangan natin siya introduce para talaga siyang Boy Scout, laging handa at laging maaasahan. Our next guest is actually the president of the Robert Blancaflor Group. Okay, and then president din siya, there's another company, 18th.ph. So ito yung first ever online platform in the world, okay, for events, rentals, and lifestyle. Okay. And 23 years na siya. Kung ang Josiah's Catering, 30 years siya, 23 years in the live events industry. At ito trivia to, kasi dati 'di ba ang mga stylist, hindi naman stylist. Like the time I got married, ito na lumalabas na. The time I got married, wala namang term na event stylist. Okay, so florist, 'di ba? Florist talaga. But do you know na siya yung the original event stylist? Okay, and that was in 1997. And the list goes on and on. Pero ang latest accomplishment nitong fine gentleman na ito, he is now with one of the founding members of the yung National Live Events Coalition. So spokesperson siya, and he's doing a lot of things for the wedding industry, giving the wedding industry a voice. At hindi lang yung wedding, all the live events. So siya nang papakwentuhin natin para mas accurate yung kwento. I'd like to call in si Mr. Robert Blancaflor, di ba? Ang original celebrity, natin, event stylist, di ba? Yung mga weddings ngayon na, na mga nawawaw tayo na celebrity weddings, di ba, Robert? Ay, unang-una na si Robert dyan. Oo, siya ang pasimuno niya.
Agamula, Sharon.
Ha?
Panahon pa lang ni Agamula.
Oo, Agamula. At di ba, ako,
anniversary, di ba? Ay, talagang alam ko, showbiz.
Ako, di ba, ang wedding of the century, I think that's a wedding of the century sa ating mga Pilipino.
Yes.
Ang Vicky Bello Hayden ko wedding.
Yes.
Yan, si Robert yan, di ba? At sa Paris, imaginein mo, sa Paris niya ginawa yon. Okay, so, yan, si Robert, siya na ang event stylist talaga. Good morning, Robert. I am so honored to have you here. Oo.
Good morning. Kamusta po kayo, Sharon and Rona?
We're good. We're good.
We're so happy to have you and be able to share your, to pick your brain and share your expertise talaga with our soon-to-wed couples na at a loss. Looking for answers.
Confused at this point. They're just confused. I think it's really because of the absence of information, which hopefully we should be able to clear up soon, pretty soon.
you were talking, Robert, about protocols. Now we were talking a little bit about protocols backstage. I guess because you heard me say that Ingress is going to look different now, diba? With events and with weddings. So are there already protocols that have been set in place when it comes to preparing for events?
No, the National Live Events Coalition is really it's the first coalition, I think the only coalition for live events that's been acknowledged by DTI and DOH and the Philippines and Film Development Council of the Philippines, FDCP. And we are working on the live events protocols, which covers everyone else. Right now, the protocols are really with the DOH. Okay, it's with the DOH and being reviewed with DOH and also with DTI. And then hopefully, in the coming weeks, it should be released. At the end of the day, the safety protocols for events is really the author is really Department of Health. So people right now, kasi we are still under GCQ, but when you're under MGCQ, there are different interpretations of how to do an event. But basically, what I think there are different interpretations on how you do an event. But what we're saying is that yes, you can do events, but you are subject to minimum health protocols. Just like in GCQ, Metro Manila, you can only do maximum of 10, minimum of masking, social distancing, okay, things like that. Now, and when you go to MGCQ, it becomes bigger. But then and again, how can you come up with an event when you don't have the protocols? This is exactly what the National Live Events Coalition is doing. We gave already recommendations. Alam ko the other night, it was sweet by DOH. Now DTI is involved. What will happen when everything is done through a JAW? We call it the Joint Agreement Order, which basically details the minimum health requirements. Kasi di ba events, iba-iba yan eh, okay?
Yeah.
What we're saying is, hindi naman namin sinabi na, sundin mo yung 1 to 10. Pero merong minimum health standards. And these are all under Bayanihan Act. Okay, kailangan mo sundin yun. Kasi kung hindi mo sundin, makukulong ka, di ba? So these are the things that we're saying, okay? We are reasonable. I mean, it's such a way wherein we give the suppliers the free hand to be creative as long as you follow the minimum health standards. Okay? And these are laws which governs the DOH, the WHO, and governs the country through IATF resolutions and everything. So these are the things that we're saying. In fact, there was a question earlier: will hosts be allowed? Yes, hosts will be allowed, provided you follow minimum protocol standards. I mean, ganun lang naman yun eh. At the end of the day, you don't want to be the cause of infection. Okay? Yun yung bottom line. At the end of the day, ayaw mo naman use kasi may isang wedding na hindi nag-follow ng protocol na may isa doon na positive, then nag-contact tracing. Now, you look at contact tracing. Ilan yung umattend? Ilan ba yung kaya mo i-contact tracing? Kaya mo ba i-contact tracing yung 300 guests? Kaya mo ba i-contact tracing yung 150 guests? So it all boils down to capacity, right? It all boils down to capacity. But at the end of the day, yung pakikiusap ko talaga sa lahat ng stakeholders ng live events is to follow protocols. Naiintindihan natin na lahat tayong gusto na mag-negosyo. In fact, I was talking to someone last night and he was telling me, wala na akong pera. 4 months, zero income ko. But what I'm saying is, anong gusto mo? Lumabas ka dyan, mag-event ka, and then all of a sudden, may ma-affected? Pwede. Because what we don't want, Sharon and Rona, is that if the government will pinpoint to events, okay, that because of a certain event, nagkaroon ng COVID cases, then sasabihin nila, sorry, papasara namin lahat ng events.
Right.
We don't want that to happen.
True.
We don't want that to happen. So we from NLEC is very particular. We really encourage people to do safety protocols. Even you asked me about we had one or two deliveries during this COVID, this quarantine period. People ordered. We have kasi in the 18.ph, we have a lot. We sell items, we do rentals, everything is there. Okay? You can pay online, credit card, everything is there. It's like Lazada. It's like the Lazada. Just go there, everything is there. You you can choose your ceiling, you can choose your entrance. All the designs are there, subject of course to personalized
Yes.
personalized things. We have what the product that we have is to-go centerpiece. So we had something like a wedding, and then they ordered to-go centerpiece. So maybe you want to show the photo that we had. We're in
Oh yes, the photo that we have. We'll pull it
this
up.
is this is just to encourage people that yes, you can do business because technically event stylists as florists are actually allowed to do business now. So look at the way we do things. Everything is in full PPE suit. Okay, we have a face mask. We have we have gloves. We have mask. Sabi ko na nga, better to be OA than sorry.
Better to be OA than sorry. I will
Yes.
thank you.
And I think Robert, ma-appreciate yan ng client, di ba? Because
Correct. Because at the end of the day, hindi lang dapat sarili mo isipin mo yung client. Pag nag-deliver ka ng item yan, ilan yung nandoon sa bahay.
yes.
In fact, kami ayaw na namin mag-deliver, ayaw namin pumapasok ng gate. Okay? Lalagay lang namin dyan, ilalatag, okay, whatever. In fact, you don't even have to sign, kasi even you look at small things like ball pen. Nung nagbigay ka ba ng ball pen, na-sanitize mo ba yun? Diba? So even when we do confirmation of receipt of DR, they do it online. They just send us a text or they do Viber that we confirm. Okay? Everything has to be contactless as much as possible. And me, as an event stylist, affected ako doon, Sharon and Rona. Alam mo yun. Bakit? Kasi, ours is very, mahilig kami sa malalaki, mabongga, maganyan. But in the new normal, up to what extent can we actually do? I mean, up to what extent? So I was talking to Jet nga, Jet, offline, it's something like, catering, stylists, and venues are the most affected. Honestly, these are the most affected. I don't call them suppliers anymore. We call people partners because at the end of the day, okay,
Yes.
suppliers should really be partners, okay, of any event. So partners should really be doing that sense because at the end of the day, ako talaga gusto ko talaga safety. Okay? We understand that people need to earn. We understand that part. That's why there is that, and it's a good thing because you mentioned earlier, Sharon, about the multi-venues. Because I was really recommending that in one of my talks earlier, I told people do multi-venues. Okay? Kung gusto mo ng 100, okay, tama yon. Mawa ka ng isang function room, okay, na 10 kayo, then iba-iba. Okay? Then you can start your wedding. You can start from a breakfast to a dinner hanggang anong oras curfew.
Yeah. Robert, alam mo, I am so honored for somebody like you to validate yung ideas ko. Parang, wow.
No, it's I call it multi-venue and multi-platform events. Okay, it's not just blended. It's not even a hybrid. Okay, it's multi-venue and multi-platform. Okay, because when you do that, I remember I was asked by, I think it's Hub Impact or ANC, and they asked me about those things. I said, no, the way to go right now, okay, kahit na kasi nandyan yung protocols, ito yung sinasabi ko, okay, take 50%, and let's be realistic, okay? I don't want to hurt a number of people, but let's be realistic, okay? Sharon, I've been called a lot of things. I've been called mayabang, I've been called like that when I say these things. But ako kasi, you know me from the start, confrontational ako sa issue. Okay? Importante kasi you make people realize that at the end of the day, these are the issues that we are facing. Mabuti na yung alam natin from the start. Yeah. Let's prepare for the worst. Let's prepare for the worst case scenario. Kasi kung mas may maganda na dumating doon, it's so much better for us. Di ba? Yeah. So, there was one comment na parang, ba't niya sinabi ng ganyan? Parang sinasabi niya na wala nang hope. Ganun naman talaga at this point. Okay? We're only limited, okay? You look at 50%, okay? You look at the DTI 50%. What does that translate to? Maximum 50% revenue loss. Tama? Kasi kung i-equate mo lang lahat yun Pero hindi naman lahat affected ng 50% revenue loss. The bigger players are affected. But then again, let's be realistic. Diba, sabi ni DTI before, ni DOH, sige, 50% yung restaurant, yung capacity. Diba, after a while, anong sinabi nila? Hindi pala kaya. Because 50% of the capacity of a venue, when you apply social distancing, which can be 1 meter, 1.5 meters, 2 meters, depending on the type of events, you are now looking at 25% to 30% capacity. That's the realistic capacity. So, under MGCQ, we don't know. The government may say, wala ng capacity, ito na yung max mong gagawin. Diba? I mean, there are things that the government is, we are in a very variable situation. Everything is variable at this point because you're looking at cases, you're looking at like that. So, realistically speaking, are you really for the opening of our industry? Sino ba ayaw mag-events?
Of course.
Okay, but at the end of the day, let's also be realistic. Anong sabi ni Presidente? Diba? Anong gusto ni DepEd? Gusto ni DepEd, by August, di ba mag-open na yung schools? Sabi ni Presidente, you take it from there. Sabi ni Presidente, no, pag walang vaccine, no face-to-face. We should take it from there. Okay, because at the end of the day, we are still governed by the government. Yun yung bottom line. We can only do so much. And that's why in our protocols that we submitted to the DOH and DTI, everything is covered. We made sure that we adhere to minimum health standards, but we also gave the creative people the free hand in doing what they think is best, provided on the condition that they abide with the minimum health standards. Ito yung bottom line kasi. Bottom line, sorry, ang dami kong salitaan. Bottom line is that kailangan ka, when you go out of your house, you need to protect people that you that you come in contact with.
Yes.
Yun yung bottom line. Okay? Because you have to be social. You have to be a responsible business owner. You have to be a responsible partner, and to protect our audience. And these are technically our audiences. Okay, di ba? Malabas ka, you make sure that and the one thing that people should really consider is that more than the mask, it's really the social distancing. Feeling ko yun talaga yung pinaka-important.
How, Robert, does social distancing affect ingress? Kasi di ba we were talking it's going to change. Hindi na pwede ngayon na sabay-sabay lahat ng suppliers sa isang venue. So for you as a stylist, how will it change and what do the couples who are getting married, how do they parang incorporate that into their plans? Does that mean na the day before ba magsiset up na rin sila? So irerenta na rin nila yung venue for 2 days?
But yeah, if we go with that multi-venue idea, so paano ikaw as an event stylist, how would you envision it? Ano yung suggestion mo? Of course, ang bottom line, as you've been emphasizing all throughout, basta kailangan observe minimum safety protocols. But as an event stylist, having this at the back of your mind, what are the ways to implement it effectively? And kunyari magko-consult client ako na, Robert, I want multi-venue. So ano ang pwede natin gawin?
Okay, more than that, it's beyond me. Okay? It's beyond being an event stylist of what I can do. Because you have to understand, we report Department of Health basically will give us the minimum standards. But to share with everyone, basically, and this is true for technicals, for AVL, stylist staging companies, okay, those things that do the scenic part, okay, the scenic and the visual parts. Number one that you need to do from the warehouse pa lang, kailangan may sanitation process ka. Okay.
Sanitation from the warehouse.
Warehouse pala sanitation process. There should be contact tracing. Okay. There's be social distancing practice to everyone. Mas maganda sana if you're able to do PCR testing. But that is something that is not technically required. Okay. It's voluntary on the part of the employee. So from sanitation pa lang, even pag lagay mo sa truck, kaya mo linisin yung truck mo. Okay. Pagdating mo sa venue, kasi si venue may sarili siyang protocol, hindi ka makaka-decide. Okay? Anong sabihin mo? Pasok na lang ako? Hindi. Pagdating mo doon kay venue, sabihin ni venue, ito yung susundin mo sa akin. So mag-shift ka na naman sa protocol ni venue. as a supplier, you need to consider about social distancing and mask wearing. You also have to understand that when you do surgical mask, yung life ng surgical mask is only 7 to 8 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Those are the things you have to consider. Obviously, tama ka, Rona. Yung interest mo din talaga, mas maaga. Ngayon, choice na yun ng venue kung mag-charge or hindi. Wala na nga event, mag-charge mo siya ng additional. Maamin nyo na. Well, let's not be realistic. Okay? Okay? Ano gusto niya, di ba? So there's gonna be a dive also in terms of venue cost. So everyone else will sacrifice their pricing just to survive. We've always been telling people, this is not the year to earn. This is the year to survive. Okay? So, pagdating mo doon ng venue, syempre, you have to practice social distancing. Hindi pwedeng 3 tao, di ba? Nagkukumpul-kumpul, nagtatawanan. Wala nang ganon. Okay? Wala nang ganon. Okay? I remember yung recommendations ng AVL when they do trussing. Pag nag-release sila ng this is a recommendation. Recommendation is different from minimum health standards. Okay? So, yung recommendation nila is dapat naka-full PPE suit. At the same time, lahat sanitize kasi steel yan eh. Di ba kumakapit sa steel?
Yes.
So, for event stylists, you have to look at be considerate of the things that you have to maintain. As much as possible, sana prefabricated lahat para mabilis yung setup mo. I-fabricate mo sa warehouse. Pagdating mo sa warehouse, sanitize mo, takpan mo ng plastic, deliver mo sa truck mo na malinis, ilabas mo, setup. Ganon dapat. Kasi wala ka ng luxury of time na akala mo isang araw ka magsaset up. Feeling ko yung magsasuffer talaga ceiling works. Feeling ko lang. Okay? The huge ceiling works will have to suffer because ang daming elements. You agree? Ang daming elements. Yung trussing, yung hoist, lahat yun eh.
Yes.
One of the protocols kasi lahat ng ilalagay mo sa venue, kailangan mo i-sanitize. Paano mo i-sanitize pag nandun na sa taas?
At saka the styling, di ba, na nauso, talagang, I mean, it's a whole ceiling.
Pero Robert, kasi di ba, yung ceiling, bonggang ceiling na yan, parang in the last, 3-5 years, but, I mean, you've been around, if you've done fantastic weddings.
Yeah.
I mean, di ba, can you have a wedding na equally glamorous, equally Instagrammable, without having all these fantastic ceiling treatments?
Correct. I think it became a fad because obviously people were asking for it. There was a demand. Okay?
Yeah.
And I think we have to blame Dubai for it. Okay? Si Dubai at saka si India at saka si Indonesia started that whole thing. Okay? So, but yes, I agree with you. Sabi nga ni Chet kanina, di ba, go back to basic. Okay? What's important is the relationship. What important is the wedding, it's the marriage. Okay?
Yes.
It's the emotions. Okay? Iba yung emotions eh. Just to share with you, I was watching, if you haven't watched it yet, try to watch The Voice Australia. It's the best season so far. Okay?
What's the movie again, sir?
The Voice Australia.
Okay.
The Voice Australia is the best season right now. Tingnan mo yung mga mananalo doon. Yung mga nananalo are really, they have emotions. So this translates also to weddings. The more emotions that you bring in, okay, and the more personalized you do it, the more meaningful your wedding is. So, yes, I mean, there is a need, kailangan Instagrammable, but maybe you can think, we are all creative people. Maybe what you can do is think of something that's lower level, maybe Instagrammable, okay, something like that. Okay? It doesn't have to be there in the ceiling. Maybe what you can do, maybe Sharon, is create a certain look. Okay, di ba? Maybe if you do multi-venues, yung isang venue na medyo pwede kang to set up, maybe a house, doon ka magpongga ng buong ceiling, di ba? Then move to another one, okay? Sabi ko nga breakfast to dinner wedding, di ba?
Oo. Parang yung Greek wedding ba yun? 3 days, di ba? Tatlong araw.
And you can have multi-themes, multi-thematic, di ba? Kahit, di ba, may yung mga bride yun, gulong-gulo kasi di ba lahat gusto nila sa Pinterest. O ngayon, may sa magulong bride, okay? Ito na yung chance mo na lahat ng gusto mo sa Pinterest gamitin.
Sa iba-ibang site, iba-ibang theme.
Yes, ganun. Pwede mo nang gamitin lahat yun, okay? So this open up doors as a stylist, okay? You
Yes.
You can even have
Oh, pero,
one or
pero Robert, may budget yon, di ba? Wag,
Oo.
may budget yon.
No, but what's
yes.
nice
Tama.
about it is people kasi think that because that the COVID is limiting us. Okay? But with creative professionals, we are seeing that the COVID can also push you to a different level of creativity. Kasi without
Right.
it, none of us would have thought, let's do a multi-site, multi-theme breakfast to dinner wedding. Nobody would have
Yes.
bothered to do that.
Ako talaga, may record. Yung una kong tinanong, that breakfast to dinner wedding came out of my head right away. Kasi parang I was so stressed with that host. Kasi sabi niya, anong gagawin mo? Okay, sandali lang, okay? So parang sige, gawin mo ng breakfast, breakfast to dinner.
Yes, and if you're at home, why not? Diba? You just keep having party
Yes.
trays for 3 meals.
Correct, di ba? Pwede mo nang gawin ganun, okay? So, the whole day yung celebration mo, di ba? So, hindi masayang. People can always
True.
view it. Lahat ng tao, pwede maka-live stream sa'yo all the time. Pwede kang palitan, di ba? You know,
Yeah.
okay. Yung next showing at 2:00 ng hapon. Diba?
Parang sine.
Di ba? Okay, so these are the things that you do, okay? So basically yun, okay? As long as, again, you follow protocols, ganun talaga. Okay? You follow
Yeah.
protocols.
And that's the true test of your supplier, I think. If your supplier is able to think out of the box and is happily challenged by this, then you know you found the right supplier, di ba?
Yes.
You can trust them kasi parang, sige, you know, what I like about what Robert is saying is it's actually not negative to face reality. It's important to face reality. You hope for the best but prepare for the worst.
True.
Correct.
Oo.
So you
And
have
dapat,
a very
and dapat you know kasi what you're dealing with. Diba?
Yeah.
You have all the facts, and then as a supplier, you also lay down all the cards on the table, and you let your clients know.
Yes.
Diba? And then with what you have, diba? O if you can think out of the box, diba? And observing ano yung mandated protocols and yung minimum health standards that has to be followed, you can go ahead and have your beautiful Instagrammable celebration, di ba? I mean, my goodness, di ba? Kung ako ang bride, I will sit down with Robert, di ba? O sige, gawin ko ng concept yung morning till night wedding na yan. Kasi,
sabi ko nga, sabihin ko na nga, baka kopyahin pa di ba? Hindi ko pwede ipa-IPO yan di ba? So, but what I'm saying
If
is,
you want a morning till night wedding, please call only Sir Robert.
I encourage people to use the breakfast to dinner wedding. I encourage partners to use multi-venues. I encourage people to use multi-platforms. Okay? Because for me, that wouldn't stop us from doing weddings.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, Sharon. 23 years na ako sa negosyo. Itatago ko pa ba yung mga ganyan? Diba? I mean, at the end of the day, diba? That's why we are here to help. We are here to basically tell people there are options as long as you give full disclosure to your clients.
Alam mo, Robert, di ba sabi di ba mayabang ka, suplado ka. Ganyan lang ang aura ni Robert. Ganyan din ako before when I first, parang feeling ko, ayaw ko sabi niya. But you know, if you're a bride to be, huwag ka mag-intimidate because Robert is one of the most generous suppliers that I've known with ideas. Alam mo yon, talagang he'd run away. You give him a small spark and he would run away with that idea. Very generous yan sa idea niya. So, especially during this time that, you know, you really want to have that wedding. Kasi yung mga magpapakasal, gusto talaga nila magpakasal. And sabi nga natin, we don't even know if the pandemic will be over in 6 months, in a year. Diba? May solution na ba siya in 2 years' time? It might be part of our lives in the next coming 5 years. So how do we deal with that? Diba? Will we hold off our weddings, our special celebrations for the next 5 years? Parang hindi naman dapat, diba? Just follow the regulations and then, you know, talk to people like Robert Blancaflor. I mean, talk to Robert Blancaflor.
So basically, I mean, at the end of the day, it's all about celebrations. It's all about having that meaningful celebrations, okay? But at the same time, protecting the people that you invite. Protecting physically, that physically you invite. Because if you do multi-venues and multi-platform, my God, baka pwede ka mag 200 guests, di ba?
Yes.
Yung
Honestly.
hindi sa Pilipinas.
Oo.
Yung mga
Hindi lang
relatives mo
Pilipinas.
sa Amerika.
And then when you do the breakfast to lunch, pati yung nasa US, nasa Europe, pwede sumali. Di ba?
Yes.
So anyway, yes.
Robert, you have to come back.
Yes.
Thank you.
Talk natin when you finally, lalong-lalo na when you have that breakfast to dinner celebration na yan. Please let us see.
I would love to come back also when the I would love to come back when the protocols are out. Okay, because I am sure a lot of people will be asking so many things about that. Okay.
I have one last question for you, Sir Robert, before we let you go. Is intimate weddings kasi it's what's happening now, no? What people are pursuing. So what's your, one tip lang for bride and grooms who will pursue an intimate wedding?
Number one, the first thing that they need to take into consideration is what is the goal? Ano yung
the goal?
Because when you bring, ano bang gusto mo mangyari?
Mm-hmm.
It can be different things. It can be something that sinasabi ni Sharon, gusto ko Instagrammable wedding, then go for that, okay? Gusto ko yung love, gusto ko yung kiss, okay? Alam mo yun, okay? And if you notice, diba sa France ngayon, pinayagan na yung mga actors to do French kissing, okay? So, what I'm saying is, depende. You need to sit down as a couple, because at the end of the day, this is the time for you. Intimate na to eh. Wala nang masasabi si nanay, tatay na. Or si tita dito. Okay? Sa'yo na to, okay? So make use of this opportunity to really reach the goal that you want. Okay? Whatever goal is that will make you happy, because at the end of the day, both of you will have to be happy.
Yes. Oh, thank you. Well said. I will interview you this week, sir.
Sige, no problem. Okay.
More.
Robert, parang kasi before, di ba, parang nalagyan ng ibang dimension, bigla parang, wow, oo nga, no? Oo nga. Of
There are
course.
so many things to explore. We have so many creative people, okay, in this country. Okay, you have to understand, when we're meeting with DTI, we export a lot of creative individuals. So, and some of them are back. Let's make use of them. Okay? Let's also retool ourselves. Okay? Kasi sinasabi ko nga sa mga tao, di ba, this pandemic gave people gave people some chance, okay, to bake. Baka nga naman talaga yung calling nila talaga baking, hindi talaga coordinating, di ba? So look at this as an eye opener for you, di ba? Kailang ako, parang before, can I just share your story? Before, ayoko talaga mag-video conference. Ayoko yan. But because of pandemic, I was forced to do it. Sabing ang gulo na pwede sa inyo ganito. So at the end of the day, you learn a lot of things because of this. But then again, look at this also as an opportunity for you to discover your other set skills. Because once you discover your other set skills, then hindi ka na matatakot kahit ilang pandemic pa na wala ka sa akin. Right?
Very well said.
Robert, if they need to get in touch, you will have to come back. Rona will be interviewing you this week. But if we have weds out there who would like to get in touch with you, how can they get in touch with you, Robert?
They can go to our online platform, which we are launching our mobile app pretty soon. Okay?
Oh, wow.
The very first
mobile app for event supplier. Okay? And it's also the first mobile app in the world that will carry rentals. We also have sale items. Kasi ngayon ang bumubuhay sa amin yung nagbibigay sa items namin. Okay? So they can go to basically www.18.ph. There is a link. Robert Blancaflor. It's just easy. 18.ph.
Okay, so yan yung nakalagay, yung ni Robert, there's the naka-parenthesis doon. That's where you go, yung 18.ph. Yes, if you have inquiries, medyo nahiya kayo to type in your question and very specific, You can go to his website para dun po kayo mag-inquire. Thank you so much, Robert.
Thank you so much, Sharon. Salamat. Okay.
Salamat.
And good luck and keep on doing this because this will make people see. Okay? Keep on doing this. Okay?
Thank you.
Salamat.
Be safe. God bless, Robert.
God bless. Stay safe. Thanks. Bye.
Thank you. It was so fun talking to Robert, and I'm sure our next guest is even going to be just as fun to talk to.
I'm
Has
sure.
so much
I'm sure.
insight because our next guest, to be honest, even if I have my código here, no, I know that if I say her name out loud, soon to weds will already know right away who she is because she has already had more than 20 years of experience as a wedding planner. Okay, she's fondly called Pooh. That's so interesting to me.
Let's find out why. Diba why?
She's fondly called Pooh by her family and her clients. And of course, Miss Christine Ong Te is part or is founder of Christine Ong Te Events. So if you're getting married or if you're already planning your wedding, yun nga, like I said, I know you know her at least even by name because her book, you know, is already really so rich. And she's, of course, worked a lot with Filipino Chinese weddings. And she says that as we welcome the new normal in our lives, we're delighted. I'm so happy actually that she is saying yes to guesting here with us this morning because I think it was in a few broadcasts ago, no? She said hi. She said hi sa Facebook. Nakikinig ako. Nag-hi naman ako kahit na I've never met Miss Christine. Naki-hi na rin ako kasi nga feeling ko everybody knows her naman. So maybe I can say hi even if she doesn't know. So please help me welcome Miss Christine Ong Te, wedding planner.
Good morning.
Can you hear? We cannot hear you po, Miss Christine. No, we can't hear you yet.
Baka naka-off ang mic.
Yeah. Not yet. Baka it's the earphones. Baka it's not the mic. It's of the earphones is not working. Miss Christine actually is not in Manila right now, no? So I think where she is, she might be experiencing MGCQ, and she might be able to tell us what it's like.
Yes.
In
Hello.
MGCQ.
Yeah.
Hello?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
There. Yeah. Yeah, I'm actually here in Naga, so city. Yeah.
So it's
Yeah,
MGCQ.
MGCQ na sa Naga City, yes.
Okay.
So I'm actually staying in Avenue Hotel, so they're already open. I'm happy that little by little, you know, events outside Metro Manila is already starting to build. So I'm hoping in the next coming months, Manila will also be the same, like in Naga City. And I'm proud to say Naga is COVID-free.
Wow.
Yes, yes.
So were you there?
No.
Were you there po the whole time?
No. I just came here last night.
Oh.
Yes.
So may mga flights na to Naga.
No. I took South Road. So it's my first time. Para akong nagbakasyon, parang first time ko siyang na-experience na mag-travel ng ganito kalayo after 3 months at home. After 3 months lockdown. Yes.
Okay. So
how are you girls?
We're good.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah. Happy that I, you know, Sharon and Dodgy and the rest of the teams and Motives family are doing this to, you know, somehow because we're so sanay to mingle and chika with our suppliers on physical basis, no? But now it's all Zoom. So parang baka di na tayo sanay magkita ng personal. Pero malapit na yan, right?
We're hoping soon, oo. And actually, Christine, the reason why this came about, parang si Robert, no, I share his sentiments. I really do not like coming out on videos. I really do not like making speeches, etc. But I things are different now, no? But
Yes.
this came about because I think one day Ron and I were talking, and sa Teams and Motives, we're saying there are couples who'd like to get married, or there are couples na parang biglang tumigil yung plans nila, tumigil yung
Yes.
mundo nila, but they'd still like
Yes.
to continue. And they just need people to guide them or to push them in the right direction. So sabi namin,
Yes.
oh, let's do Saturday mornings and talk to professionals, the experts, to inspire people who are kind of lost now in terms of yung
Yeah.
planning nila sa kanilang kasal. Because one time, Charisse was in the show and she said she has had clients na they intended to have a big wedding. They still want to do that one day when it's feasible already, but they really just want to start their life together. So that's why we have you here, no? We'd like to know your thoughts, your tips. If there are couples out there who are still doubting if they can do a wedding at this time, perhaps you can share a few words that would encourage them. I mean, finally make them decide na ipopostpone ko na lang ba talaga? O I do a smaller wedding now, and then maybe a year from now I can have a big wedding that I want.
Well, actually, to be honest, since the ECQ started, from the beginning, my point of view, even back then, we don't have an idea about what's gonna happen next. I consider the ECQ to be parang a silver lining to all our couples to give them a pause or more time to prepare rather than thinking of canceling or lose hope of getting married. I told my couple na always on a positive side that malay mo you guys can have more ample time to prepare, more ways to save money in terms of spending, and then at the same time kasi that the aspect of planning during the new normal, that never stops dapat sa couple. For me, it's still feasible. There's so many ways to do. The suppliers are all ready. Sabi nga natin, the suppliers are all COVID ready in terms of planning. We are all ready, like what Robert said, as long as we are following the safety protocols. Yes, it's still fine. We can still give and deliver the same element of emotions, the same elements of meaning to the wedding. Though the sad part lang is, syempre, as of now, if you plan to all the soon-to-wed couple to get married during this period of time, GCQ, you are only allowed to have 10 guests, right? But, that doesn't limit you. You see, the suppliers are, like I always say this, no, are very versatile in terms of creativeness because right now we are very much into Zoom broadcasting, 'di ba? So your guests can still watch the important ceremony, but doesn't end there because you can still push the main celebration next year. There are some couples kasi that they wanted to push the weddings just simply because the legal documents are already around. They don't want to go again. Mahirap kasi yun eh.
Yes.
To go back once again. But ako naman, sinasabi ko sa couple ko na yun yung minsan masaya din. Kumbaga na-experience mo siya not only once, but twice. And then, both aspect yun kahit nagpe-prepare ka ng wedding, in terms of the church documents, in terms of the having the celebration twice, parang lagi ko sinasabi sa mga couple ko, para siyang dinner rehearsal per se na may kasamang kasal na. Kung ayaw mong i-push yung wedding to next year in terms of the ceremony, you don't wanna hassle yourself to push your wedding next year, but okay lang naman sa'yo to push the reception next year because I understand tayo mga Pilipino or syempre the Filipino-Chinese clients that I have would love to have the families around them, would love to have their friends around them. They can push it next year. And that doesn't stop because luckily, the suppliers naman are very flexible in terms of their contract. So, you can still push your ceremony like a small wedding this year, have it intimate, have it a memory of you and your loved ones, your favorite people to spend with. And then, in terms of the suppliers naman, of course, you can still bring suppliers around you. We hope and pray that this will, mag-flatten yung curve and we can be able to have like the MGCQ nga. Pag nag-MGCQ na because more number of attendees can, like the 50%, say for example, 20 is a lot already for this time of crisis, 'di ba? That makes a lot of sense already. Kumbaga, mali kasi yung notion na ikakasal ka dahil sa dami ng tao.
Yeah.
Hindi ganun yun eh. The idea of you to get married is really between the bride and the groom. That's about it. So it doesn't matter kung dalawa lang kayo. It doesn't matter kung 5 lang, 6, 7, 10. You know, even before GCQ or before this pandemic happened, I had my own set of wedding na 16 lang sila. I even had like 5 or 10 lang. So masaya pa din sila. So again, it's more on depending on the couple in terms of how they wanted, to get married during this period of time. Marami sa mga couple kasi natin, ang unang mga reason is about the church documents, the legal documents. They don't want to go through, if you don't want to go through with that same route again, the same process again, then my suggestion, then go have a small wedding, right? But please think about having another, kumbaga, the big reception next year. Kumbaga, you can have a blessing naman yun. The church allows it naman. So, you can have a blessing and then, kumbaga, magpo-pause ka lang. You will just park your big wedding next year. Parang ganyan. Then, if you are in a position na, no, I haven't processed any documents yet, I'm still okay if I'm gonna push it next year, then you can have it pushed next year. Then if you're in the process naman na you are doing, kasi there are so many reasons there are some couple that they're waiting for petitions, they're waiting for for other personal matters that they need to really get married, or tinatawag na magkakasunod yung magkakapatid, sukob kasi, parang ganyan. Then my suggestion, you can have your wedding this year, and then next year, big celebration like reception na lang. Okay lang yun. Hindi na sukob yun kasi kasal ka naman na this year eh. Of course, me, being a coordinator for most of my clients are Chinese. So your feng shui, for example, this year will work than next year, then I suggest push it this year. Push it this year and then have it a small wedding. I have several upcoming events, but that will be in their place na lang, in their home. And then, kumbaga, ang maganda kasi before this new normal happened, little by little, no, step by step, the suppliers are preparing from the photographer to the videographer to the catering, to the stylist. I heard earlier Robert is mentioning his suggestion about the way he will decorate the place, no? So basically, all of us are very much prepared for that. And syempre, we will adapt to whatever the venue will provide us. So, kumbaga, kung ang couple kasi more on nag-worry sila eh. Kung ang question nila is it possible? Yes. Definitely yes. It is possible. Sabi nga niyo, di ba, hashtag tuloy ang kasal.
Yes.
Nobody stops us. Yes, tuloy. Pwede po siya. And if you're worried about, paano yun? Paano yan? Then that's your planner. That's the coordinator will get into the picture. That's your supplier will get into the picture. You know, my motto in life, in fact, is nothing is possible. Nothing is impossible. Everything is possible. You know, the pandemic is just there, but God will provide us with lots of windows to go and to look into. So, naniniwala ako na kahit na small wedding lang yan, the meaning of having a wedding itself, mas mararamdaman mo kasi kayo na lang yan eh.
Yes. Yan din yung sinabi ni Pat last week, no? Na when Pat guested, he said, in intimate weddings, especially, no, people will always say, mas ramdam daw talaga.
Yes.
Yung emotion. There is no need for, I was saying, no, there's no need for the coordinator to say, okay, let's look at the couple, diba? It's time to focus on them. Wala eh, because it's so natural, it's so organic. And I guess what's beautiful about it, especially in this time where things are changing, things are shifting, it's so good to be reassured and to be with your family, to know what's important, to know that yes, these are the important things. And what we'd encourage for you is let's celebrate it. Let's celebrate family. Let's celebrate love. Now that we're, it's easier for us to understand na, oo nga, ito lang naman talaga yung kailangan ko sa buhay, di ba? My family, my husband to be, or my wife to be. And it's worth it.
That's what the pandemic showed all of us, no? What really matters in life. Christine, I have a question. Like, yung mga clients mo ngayon, is there like may percentage ba ng who opted to just pause and wait until it's okay to have the celebration that they want? Gaano kalaking percent yon? And gaano kalaki rin yung percent na, okay, I'm gonna have a wedding now, and when it's okay, I'm gonna have a big celebration. Tapos, ang tanong ko, dun sa mga nag-opt ng smaller celebration at this time, did they ask you to still be on board? Kasi yung mga iba kong nababasa, in fact, si Patty was saying this, in the intimate weddings, mas kailangan ng, especially because there's a pandemic, mas kailangan ng coordinator. But some of the weddings that are happening now, and some of the coordinators I've talked to, actually naka-pause sila kasi parang yung couples, they don't see the need na, ang konti lang ba't pa magko-coordinator? I mean, ikaw, Christine, I mean, if tatanungin ka, why should I have a coordinator at this time? Ano ang magandang sagot? Because I personally believe, because ang daming protocols na dapat bantayan,
Yes.
walang coordinator ngayon. So, your thoughts on that?
Okay. Thank you for that wonderful question, Sharon. Okay. All right. I believe. Okay. For the first question, let me answer your first question. The first question is how many percent are my clients who pause and how many who continued? I say siguro 60-40. 60% still. Well, of course, they wanted to do it next year, and then the 40% maybe siguro mga iba is undecisive pa because the third and the fourth quarter is still dependent on what's gonna happen in the next coming months. And then those naman who are the rest would still want the idea of a smaller wedding kasi for them to begin with they want a small wedding a small wedding, so that doesn't matter to them. To answer your second question, yes, of course, the client should consider having a planner. Tama yung sinabi mo, Sharon, because there's so many protocols, the more that they need the planner, not only because to be there physically. Yes, it's true. You will only consider them not to be around physically, but the process, the planning, the situation in dealing with the suppliers and the client, dealing with the how to manage to have still a good wedding reception, a good wedding ceremony. Para naman hindi lang, kasi ako, I always look for the idea na ayoko naman isipin na para lang ikasal lang kayo. I still want to give it as much beautiful as you can. So basically, I will give you suggestion and advice who among the suppliers that can be there on your wedding. And number two, para kaming mga kung I will be there, for example, the coordinators will be there, the more dapat meron pong coordinator kasi yan na po yung magiging police ninyo on the day. Sila na po yung magiging marshals ninyo. Photographers can only do much, because they're so dedicated. To be honest,
Yeah.
it's more difficult for the photographers to take the shot because konti na lang and then limited yung time. Tapos the angulo, the arrangement, it's more difficult in terms of artistic level. Now, they wouldn't notice if the people are still wearing masks. They will not be cautious about the social distancing. You might get to forget that, di ba? So the coordinator's job is to make sure that happens. And then, syempre, in the beginning, during the preparation, before the couple or kunyari, if the hotel will be the place for the preparation, before the suppliers gets into the room or before whoever gets into the room, who will marshal them? Kami yun. Kami yung
Yeah.
magsasabi, sandali lang, marami ng tao, labas na. Ganon. So, alam mo, that's a very vital role. Hindi na kailangan intindihin pa ng magulang yan, hindi na kailangan intindihin pa ng bride and groom most especially, right? Now, during the church naman, or the ceremony or the reception, of course, we will be the one to tell them and to remind the people to always wear mask. The venue can only do much, but definitely we need to be responsible. Like what Robert said, dito tulungan sa industriya natin, lalo na tulungan because we don't want to be reprimanded because if one of us failed to follow the protocol, one of us will really, it's a domino effect and we don't want that to happen, no? It's a matter of survival rather than thinking of how much the earnings that you'll get for the year. So, it's a matter of you educating your client. Kasi syempre your client will tend to forget also. Emotions yan eh. Syempre tayo mga Pilipino, lalo na, we are very rich of, emotions, ganyan. Nakakalimutan natin. So, definitely, eventually, the live coalitions kasi will we are waiting for the safety protocol to be released. Once it's released, the coordinator should be the one to echo and to be the one to explain to the client and then to suppliers to do that. Now, if there's no coordinator, kasi the coordinators naman right now are alam ko ha, basically like I will speak to my in my
Mm.
company. I have adjusted my packages according to the new normal. So
Okay.
there's a consultation fee lang that I don't need to be there, and then there's a service that I need to be there. So depende na sa need ng couple, but at the same time what I'm saying is that they still need an advice
Yes.
from someone like a planner, like a professional planner. Kesa yung hihingi sila ng advice from people among
Yes.
their friends.
Yeah. What's
Kasi I think that's what Pat D also said, na at a certain point, kanya-kanyang diskarte. I mean, even if it's just a small
Kanya-kanya.
group, nagkakanya-kanyang diskarte. So, syempre, kung walang coordinator at ang nandun lang would be the photographer, ang hirap because they're doing their job. Hindi naman sila pwedeng magsaway na, ay, okay,
Yes.
lumaki.
And at the same time, you don't want to be, whether you're the bride or groom or you're a family member, you don't want to be the one saying, "Oops, you're not wearing a mask,"
Yeah,
or
yeah,
"Oops,
true.
hindi ka dumaan sa foot bath."
Yeah.
It's also less what do you call this? Offensive siguro if
Yeah.
somebody that's not part of the family tells another
Yes.
guest na please observe proper protocols, diba?
Yes.
Yeah.
And to
Yeah,
add
it's-
also,
Go ahead.
di ba, earlier someone asked if needed pa ba ang host sa new
Yes,
normal.
yes.
You know, as a planner, definitely. You know, sabi ko nga when I had my live before, I had different my guests are all event hosts, no? And then I know for a fact that if you have a smaller size of a guest, that's more of a parang challenging in terms of hosting
Yes.
because you know these people, you need to make sure that you will be able to capture their attention, and
Yes.
then and then you have to make or break to make your program really beautiful kasi kailangan tumatak yun, and then these people are very much kumbaga mas enthusiast dapat yung program mo, so challenge yun for you know, if you don't have like that, pangit naman, 'di ba? Pangit naman. I mean, naniniwala ako kasi na wala sa size ng bisita 'yan para mapaganda ang
Right.
kasal.
Yeah.
Do not be disheartened to all the soon-to-wed couple. You know, the smile from your faces, the excitement, the kilig will still be there. It's just mind over matter. That's my advice to the brides and grooms out there.
It's good to hear that, Christine, kasi noong una kasi, di ba, people have this notion na, okay, may pandemic, so paano na? Parang wala na yung plans namin, we have to downsize. Tapos, again, there's the hurdle na, kasi pagbalik yung wedding ko, hindi na siya ganun ka-special, di ba? O tapos parang, lately napapansin mo, maliit na lang yung wedding so, dapat niitan na lang yung budget, tanggalin na natin si ganitong supplier, o hindi na natin kailangan, di ba? But, ako, I really feel that given the challenges of the pandemic now, mas kailangan mo nga ng reliable suppliers. Kasi, di ba, ako, konti na lang nga yung guest mo, ikaw pa yung natataranta.
Yes.
Handle everything, di ba? And
Yes.
And there are some coordinators that I've talked to na sila yung unang kinausap ng client na, we'll do a small wedding. Tawagan ka na lang namin when we will do the big one na kasi small lang to. So, sabi ko nga, parang nawawala si planner sa picture. When in fact, siya nga dapat yung center of the
Core,
plan.
yes.
They
The
hold
core, yes.
they hold it together, diba?
Oo.
Yeah, to my advice to the clients, kasi they might get confused, 'di ba? Kasi yung what I paid for my planner is really meant for a big wedding. This is my
Yes.
suggestion. Parang tips na lang na I can share. What you
Yes.
can do to all soon-to-wed couple, maybe you can just park the down payment that you settle to us planners, and then maybe you guys can talk to your planner for a service on the day of the smaller wedding. That
Yes.
way, malinis lang. I mean, then the planner will tell you or advise you what rate they need to give in terms of consultation for the particular civil or small event, and then depende na kung anong details or arrangement arrangement. Kasi para, alam mo yun, that way, win-win situation.
Yeah.
Win-win meaning the client gives business to the planner, di ba? And at the same time, the planner gives naman her or his professional advice and support to her client para naman the idea, to be honest, let's not put aside the stress, the emotional stress, physically and mentally from our couple. And the way for us, not for them to feel that, is for them to realize na, hey, hang on, nandito kami.
Yeah.
Don't worry, nandito kami. We have your, kaya natin yan. We support you, ganyan. And to add naman, kasi we are talking about having a wedding this year, right? Pero paano naman yung mga plano next year? Pero,
Yes.
I mean, nag-pause sila kasi nag-worry sila. I have several concerns about that. Nag-worry sila na paano naman yan, they don't have the sense of urgency or the kilig or the excitement to book. I beg to disagree because you know what, guys, like, grab the opportunity. Ito ang silver lining ng wedding planning natin. Kasi you guys get to book the suppliers in the most discounted and the most
Yes.
reasonable price that they can give. It's not
That's
about the
true.
suppliers really wanted to give promos and give discount. Well, to be honest, no, because of the realization na syempre the pinaka affected na industry is our industry. And of course, the client needs to survive, to be honest. But it's not the end. The suppliers, this suppliers that normally gives discount is also to give back, somehow, because we know that hindi lang naman events industry affected, our clients also are affected, and we want them to help to save money somehow, but not stop planning. You guys, you can still plan, you can still book your suppliers and grab the opportunity now. And then, the suppliers naman, you guys can discuss. Kunyari, may question, paano naman kung next year maulit-ulit to? Ako, ang payo ko sa lahat ng couple ko, worry one at a time. Do not worry of things that never happened yet. One at a time. So, for example, my clients for the third to fourth quarter, should I reschedule? To be honest, my advice, let's take it one step at a time on a monthly basis. Let's wait for the announcement. And then it's up to your emotions. It's up to your family. It's up to your kumbaga, it's still at the end of the day, it's still your wedding, no? Hindi ko ina-advise na kung the decision is not coming from my end. My always ours is always suggestion and advices that I normally do. But to all the couples who are planning or planning, we're talking about planning for next year. Please, guys, do not stop. Ito yung you can still meet, alam mo, this is time that you can be able to meet your suppliers in their time, na hindi ka nahihirapan ma-traffic, hindi ka nahihirapan gumastos sa mga restaurant para kumain, di ba?
Parang ito.
Yeah, parang dito, di ba? Tapos for those naman who already planned, who already started but couldn't continue because hesitant sila to mamaya mangyari ulit to, you know what, you can just the suppliers are very friendly. I might say, di ba, Sharon, no, you agree with me, no, and Rona, na those wedding industry are hindi tayo komplikadong kausap. You guys can discuss the supply in terms of how you book the suppliers. You have to make sure that you draw the line from the beginning. And then, you just explain kung anong need mo. The suppliers will comply. But basta ang sa akin, do not lose your hope. Continue planning.
Yeah.
Wins. Kanina, Chrissy, I don't know if you caught it. Sabi ko, nung kausap si Tita Jeff kanina, sabi ko, actually, ang mga wedding professionals, hindi nalalayo sa bangko yan. Doon sa isang bangko na we find ways. We will
find ways. Yeah. Narinig ko yun. We find ways. Yeah.
Oo, diba? So, usually, ang critical nga, sabi namin ni Rona, the whole time we've been doing this is the 7th, I think.
Yeah.
I think it always goes back to the suppliers that you will choose to work with.
Yes.
Diba? Yun yung critical
Yes.
at this time. Whether you want to get married now, you want to hold it off, you want to wait for the pandemic to be over, it's critical and it's very important that you choose the suppliers that you will be working with and who will take this journey with you. Kasi if you won't be able to work comfortably with them, mahirap talaga, mas feeling lost ka. Diba?
Yes, that's true.
Kasi
That's true.
if they want to reach you, they have some more questions na parang specific for you lang, how can they get in touch with you?
They can send me a message through my page, Christine Ong Te Events page in Facebook or in my IG account. They can follow me in my own personal IG, Christine Ong Te, and my Cote Events. That's COTEVENTS. Cote Events. That's my IG page. Of course, my mobile number. They can message me in my mobile number.
Oo. Ano na lang yun, pag na-PM ka na nila, tsaka mo ibibigay.
Yes.
Kasi baka marami ng fans na mag-stalk sa'yo pag binigay mo.
Grabe, hindi naman. Pwede ko naman ibigay. Message lang nila ako sa IG and my Facebook.
DM her, please.
Para, DM please. Mabilis ako sumagot. So, yan.
Thank you, Miss Christine. Sobrang bilis with her.
Oo, thank you. Alam mo, sabi namin ni Rona, mas konti ang guest natin ngayon. This might be shorter. No, we're here for like 2 hours now kasi daming eye-opener na shinare ng mga guests natin this morning. And it's a really very invaluable suggestion, inputs, and we really hope we were able to inspire a lot of you who are watching us right now.
Yes.
Thank you, Miss
I hope
Christine.
so
We hope
too.
to have
Thank
you
you.
again.
Yeah, thank you. Anytime. You know,
Yes.
Sharon and Dodgy's, ano kaya, mga close and matagal na tayo, di ba, Sharon? I remember your fair is my first ever fair that I joined.
Noon kami noon, 15 lang kami.
Mga ano naman, mga 16, mga kakagraduate lang natin ng high school.
Mga 18 ako noon, 18, 19.
Okay.
Yeah. Ako, mga kakagraduate ko lang ng high school.
Yeah.
Naisipan na namin magnegosyo. But I'm happy that I extend good luck to all of you and of course to all our couples and to all the suppliers na kaya natin to. Sabi mo nga, we find ways, di ba?
Yeah. Tuloy
Yes,
natin
we can.
kasama. Yes, we can.
Hashtag tuloy ang kasal.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Christine. And
Thank
we
you.
hope to have you back again when you have more of
Anytime.
mga intimate weddings mo when the guidelines are out.
Yes.
We will definitely want to be featuring them, diba? Para ma-inspire
Yes.
natin ang couples ka. Ito, this is how you do it, diba? So we'll definitely...
You know, like I said, the provinces are already open, starting to open. Look at me now. Nasa Avenue Hotel ako in Naga City. So
Talagang ingitin kami.
oo. No, it's not vacation. Pero I mean, I'm happy din also to know na finally meron ng hotel na bukas and here in Avenue Hotel, and they also, I think they can accommodate and welcome weddings na rin here in Avenue Hotel.
Alam mo yun, natitiri-eyed ako pag ganyan. When I learn of businesses opening up, nakakaano siya, di ba? It's so heartwarming.
Yeah.
Diba? It encourages you, it inspires you na sometimes kasi parang why do we keep doing this? And you know, when you hear that, it's now opening, parang, there's really beauty in what we're doing, di ba?
Yes. And ako looking very positive ako na konti na lang magagampanan din rin natin yan. Kumbaga, we can be able to overcome everything. Konti na lang. These challenges may be, kumbaga, a test for all of us. Pero at least, importante, we find ways.
Yes.
Tuloy ang kasal.
Thank you, Christine.
Thank you.
See you in person.
I hope to
Looking
see you.
forward to that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Enjoy Naga.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye. Hi! Diba? Ang dami nating natutunan, diba?
Yes.
Pero bago makawala, Rons, I would like to pick up yung sinabi ni Christy Cote, ni Poo. Tama, this is the best time kung hindi ka naman talaga nakasal this year, I mean, you're looking at early next year, this is the best time to book your suppliers. You know why? May mga discounts na never before na ibinibigay yung discounts na yun.
Very
Unheard of. And itong pandemic, once in a lifetime ang mga experiences na binibigay sa atin. So please, sabi ko nga, Ito talaga, akong nanay no? Sabi ko sa anak ko, I mean, she just graduated, but I said, gusto mo ba si photographer na ganito? Kasi naka 50% off siya. Ang galing-galing noon, pero mataas ang professional fee. Gusto mo ba i-book ko na siya ngayon? Siyempre, pinandilakan ako ng anak ko, di ba? Pero, Ma! But these packages, even if you're not getting married now, you're getting married next year, and you book with them, they will honor that. Di ba? So, tamang-tama, please, after this, punta po kayo sa teamsandmotives.com. There's a love wins, #tuloy ang kasal. Ongoing bridal fair. It's going to be until the end of the month, June 30. At as a special treat, kasi nga hindi tayo pwedeng mag-live events ngayon at hindi kayo pwedeng magpunta on ground because we want you to stay safe and healthy. You have the chance to get to know these suppliers. Ano bang itsura nila? Paano ba sila manamit, manalita? I mean, is this a supplier that I'll be comfortable working with? This afternoon, yes, ladies and gentlemen, mag-overtime po ako. Ayoko po but we will have a live session with them today, 2 p.m. until 5, and tomorrow po. So you will get to know them, you will see them online. So please do stay tuned again in the same channel dito po sa Facebook page ng Teams and Motives at sa YouTube po namin. We will be live again at 2 o'clock. Ang haba na nasabi ko. Ikaw na, Rona.
A lot of people kasi ask, when it comes to bridal fairs, parang, how will I do it and all of this? But what I really appreciate about the bridal marketplace and what we're doing with Themes and Motifs is that you don't have to keep jumping from one page to another to research on all of these suppliers or partners, as Robert said, no? Kasi others think na pwede ko naman siyang tignan, ganyan, on my own time. But what's great about the bridal marketplace is that you just go to one spot and you can already make a survey of is this person the one I want to work with, ganyan, and all this. And of course, on top of that, you have discounts and freebies. So for me, I mean, if I was getting married at this time, I that would make my life simpler. I would just do that.
Pero dun sa bridal marketplace, they can send a message, or they can call, di ba? Parang si Robert, the first of its kind. Kami ang nauna. Ilalabas ko na. Kasi I'm sure gagayahin.
Yes.
You can chat with them real time. As in now. Punta kayo sa bridal marketplace, chat with them. You can chat with them now. Tapos mamaya tingnan ko ano mga itsura ng ka-chat ninyo.
Tapos you don't have to diba? Kasi on the end of the bride and groom, you don't have to wait na sumagot sila because they committed this time to be available to talk to clients. So again, please visit the bridal marketplace. It's until June 30. And we want to thank you again for joining us this morning. We can't believe it's been 2 hours of chatting about things. Apparently, there's a lot of things to still talk about because we've been doing this for 7 weeks and we still are at 2 hours.
But I'm excited because remember you couple natin si Trisha and Alvin. Next week, we're gonna have their makeup artist.
Yes.
Tama ba?
Yes.
So, we'll have a designer also. So, paano mo gagawin ngayon ang pagme-makeup? Given the protocols, diba? So, we'll have a makeup artist.
Yeah, and she was actually before she became a makeup artist, she was a med tech. So sanitation for her is not just normal as a makeup artist, but she really takes it to the next level. And of course, I've invited a designer who's very close to me. He designed my wedding gown, and I also want to talk to him about how are you going to do consults now? How are you going to have yourself fitted? Or your mother, or your future mother-in-law. These are concerns that are important, diba? And syempre, we still want to dress them up and dress ourselves up in beautiful gowns for our special day. So join us again next week, June 27th, 10 a.m. as we talk about the preps, the preparing for your wedding. And if you have questions, you can send it to us on our Facebook this week or at our live broadcast.
Same time, 10 a.m., same channels po.
Yes.
And we'll see you. I'll see you next week again, Rona.
Yes. Thank you, Miss Sharon.
Thank you.
enjoy your afternoon later.
Yes, I will.